Was it a bird? Was it a plane? No, it was actually a blimp. Several 1011 viewers called into the station this past week wondering why the famous MetLife blimp was hovering high above the capital city. Our Lance Schwartz did a little investigating and he now files this report. Lance, what'd you find out?
This just in. I can see why Lincolnites were a bit surprised to see a blimp above Lincoln on Tuesday. We don't see many blimps around these parts. What I did discover is that one of two MetLife blimps was up doing some promotional work in eastern Nebraska as it awaits the next Kansas City Chiefs home game a week from Sunday. I met up with the captain of the airship yesterday at the Council Bluffs Airport.
The total volume of the airship is roughly 69,000 cubic feet.
That is a whole lot of helium.
This is MetLife Blimp Snoopy 2.
And Brett Viets is the pilot.
In these lighter winds, yeah, I can move it.
It's 45 feet tall and 33 feet wide.
It's 128 feet long from nose to tail. Not all airships are blimps, but all blimps are airships.
There are only about 30 active blimp pilots in all of America, and Brett Viets is proud to be one of them.
Anytime you're one of 30 doing something out there, that's pretty rare.
Brett says that Snoopy 1 and Snoopy 2 combined to travel more than 120,000 miles a year.
I don't like to think about that part of it.
120,000 miles a year roughly translates into Brett being away from his wife in Springfield, Missouri, and sleeping in hotels about 330 nights a year.
Home on vacation, basically.
This blimp is out of the hangar and flying about 50 weeks of the year.
When we're traveling from location to location or out doing what we call exposure, just for a flight day around a city, we try to stay at around 1,000 feet above ground.
It takes a crew of 13 people to keep Snoopy 2 up and running.
Somebody's with the airship 24 hours a day.
Brett has been flying blimps nearly every day for 6 years, and he loves the view more and more every day.
It's always a different scene every day, and we're low enough that I can take in what's on the ground.
And what's on the ground is usually something pretty cool. Last week, Brett hovered above Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
I got to see him beat the Giants. Go Chiefs.
He's had an incredible nighttime view of Yankee Stadium in New York, and he's seen some of the most incredible views of big-time professional golf tournaments.
So far, that part has never gotten old.
As soon as I sat in the gondola, I quickly found out why they call it an airship.
The ride in a blimp is more like a boat on the ocean, and maybe that's where they came up with the terminology airship.
Looks like you get a drive with the world's largest airbag.
That's true.
Do you
get it? Blimps are best known today for their role as advertising and promotional vehicles, and they date back nearly a century ago as Goodyear began to advertise their product in 1925. And Kim, you should know you can see Snoopy 2 flying high above Arrowhead Stadium coming up on October 12th as a CBS cameraman will be joining Brett in the blimp to shoot the Chiefs-Raiders game. How exciting.
Very cool. But here's my question. If you're flying your blimp 330 days out of the year, where do you park it?
They don't park it very often. That thing is indoors 2 weeks a year. Other than that, it's out there up in the sky.
Very cool. Thanks, Lance. We'll update your forecast next.
No kidding, because people in Grand